Hey guys. So I wanted to come to you guys today and share a little bit about Teamzy. I know we have the Teamzy challenge starting on Monday, 30-day challenge. So I'm so excited that a lot of you are doing this with me and jumping out of your comfort zone. Oh my gosh, Teamzy has been such a gift to me and my business. Honest to God, guys, it's been a huge part of my success here. It's helped me just stay organized and not let people fall through the cracks. And it reminds me to follow up and love on people, even when I'm not sharing, even just to check in. So it just helps me to be a better friend, honest to God. So I am just going to jump right in here. I'm going to share my screen with you. And so you can see my Team Z here. Okay, so if you're new and you're setting up Teamzy, it's a website. It's not an app, but you can save it to your phone. I actually do that myself. I have it saved on my home screen for easy access. I have my little, I don't know, well, let me stop sharing my screen so you can see that. I have my little Juice Plus folder here. I've got Voxer in there, I've got my Teamzy, I've got my back office, Zoom, Canva, all that stuff. And Teamzy is on here. So I can just click on that. It's a web page, pulls it right up for me. And a lot of times I'm doing my Teamzy on my phone. So, here and there when we have time and I'm logging, oh, I just spoke to this person at a stoplight or something. Okay, I'm going to reshare my screen so you can see my Teamzy. All right, so this is what it looks like. I haven't done anything yet for the day. I did a ton yesterday, but I wanted to come to you guys with my screen looking fresh so you could see what it looks like. Okay, so like I said, when you're new and you're just setting it up, you're going to log in to the website. I think you can do it on the phone too. You can do it on your phone from the web page. But basically, when you're setting up your account, it will ask you, what your goals are. It'll ask you, how much money you want to make in a year. It's going to ask you what your why is. The why is really important, and I know this is actually old for me. You can see my why here. My why has actually changed since I started this 2 years ago. And I'm just gonna grab my, I have my why written down on my desk behind me here, but I printed out my Teamzy why, but I haven't changed it yet on the Teamzy. But anyway, it's just good to have your why right here in the forefront as you're doing this each day, because it really does remind you why you're doing this. What is your end goal? And it keeps that really at the forefront of your mind. And it's so important because it really creates that positive um, feeling and mindset behind doing this action every single day. And you start to love it. It really does work. Anyway, so you'll create your why, and this is what your Teamzy will look like. And based on what you tell it, what your goals are, how much money you want to make in a year, it will tell you exactly what you need to do on a given day. Okay. So for me, I think, and I don't think I've changed mine in a while, but I think I told it like I wanted to make $100,000 a year. And this is what it did. This is what it gave me. And I don't think I changed it. So say, for example, you do what I did and you say you want to make $100,000 a year or whatever. And they basically tell you how many prospects, right, that you want to connect with daily, how many customers daily that you want to connect with, and how many partners you want to connect with daily. And then also, I don't know if you can see that. I'm gonna get my face out of the way here. It'll tell you how many shares. So how many new shares, and I'll go over shares in a second, but how many people you want to share with daily, and then how many new connects, how many new people you're meeting or you're adding to your list. I call this my list. It's really everything. It's my list. It's my reminder. So anyway, you have your dailies here too. You do your social media posts, your personal development, your exercise. I haven't done my exercise or my personal development yet. Okay. And I just did the Teamzy boot camp. I know Cassie and I both did it, and it was amazing. Really helped us move our business forward. We have a lot of momentum going on our team right now. So really what he went over, and I learned a lot too, because I didn't even know some of this. I didn't do it. I wasn't doing it the right way, but I'm going to show you guys how he taught us to do it. So you really, and it's your power hour. I call it your power hour because literally you can get all of this done within an hour or less. For me, sometimes it only takes like 20 to 30 minutes a day and I'm done. And it's great because I can do whatever I want for the rest of my day. Oh, and I forgot to mention too, once you tell it how much you want to make and it gives you all of these dailies, how many people to connect with each day and share with. If this is too much for you, if you look at it and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't even have 4 customers, you can lower these. You can actually adjust these to make sure that it's attainable for you. Because obviously we want you to feel like you can get this done every single day and make it easy for yourself. It really can be just that easy. Even if you're just talking to one or two new people a day. I really encourage you to do at least 2. If you do less than 2, it's probably not going to move as fast as you would like. And that's not a lot, that's not a lot of people to talk to. It's just 2, right? So, okay. For your power hour here, and there's also a couple great trainings that you can watch on here that are really helpful. But basically what he tells us to do is you go from left to right here. So you see me hovering my little cursor. You start with your prospects. And I love this because I wasn't doing this before. Because when you follow up or when you talk to anybody that's not a customer already, it logs it as a prospect. So if you're just doing follow-ups every day and you're just because I know I only have 3 today, but yesterday I had 30. So, but if you're just talking to follow-ups and following up, you're really not making those relationships. You're not talking to other people. You're not connecting. So he encourages you to start here with prospects before you do anything. And these are just people that maybe you haven't talked to in a while. Teamzy does a really good job of having these people pop up every 3 months. I can't remember the algorithm, but it just really helps you to stay in touch with people. So I go through and oh, by the way, if you're new to this too, I do recommend that you do not, I'm going to repeat this, do not dump all of your contacts in at once. I don't recommend doing that. It kind of can get overwhelming. I still to this day have not done that. And I add people as I go and as I meet people. So to keep it really simple for yourself, especially for those new people, I recommend, add in the customers that you have already, or add in the prospects that you have already that you've shared with, what have you, or partners. If you have partners, add those in, on your first day, and then add as you go. Don't do a Facebook dump. I don't recommend that. It can get overwhelming. And anyway, back to this. Sorry, I just want to make sure I covered that. So you'll go through and you'll talk to your prospects here. So Lexi Bunn, I haven't talked to her in a while, and John, I haven't talked to him in a while. So I'll just log here. Actually, I did talk to John yesterday. So I'll log it in here that I talked to him, and so it's not a share, you're just connecting. So this is where you click share down here. You can add a follow-up if you like. When you're doing a share, we'll get to that in a second, but when you come across somebody and you're like, oh my gosh, I haven't talked to them in a while, you obviously want to talk to them first for a little bit. You want to get connected and build that rapport and that relationship. And before you share, you don't want to just come out and share usually. But once you do get to that point where you're sharing, I'll talk about the share connects in a second, but you have your shares down here, you have your business opportunity and your products. So you would just, if you click either one of these, you can see it automatically does a default to follow up every 2 days. And that is just so amazing because it really is important to follow up every 2 days after sharing. You just have no idea, it really does. It takes 8 to 12 connects sometimes, or exposures, for people to actually get this, you guys, and for them to say, aha, and it clicks and they're like, oh, I'm ready to do this. After the conference we saw this past weekend, hearing from Rachel Smart, it took her 17 years, you guys. She said no for 17 years. And look at her now. She's been a part of the company for 14 years and it saved her life, So, I mean, you just can't give up on people is my point. So this has been a great tool to help me just stay connected. So anyway, okay. I'm not going to do this now because I do want to do it in real life. But usually I'll show you, I usually have my Facebook opened and I will usually toggle back and forth. I know a lot of people will send messages really fast and write down names on a piece of paper, but I really, really encourage you guys to use Teamzy as you're talking to people. It's you can use it, you can pull it up on your phone or on your computer, whatever's easiest. Like if I send a message or someone sends me a message, I immediately go to Teamzy. It's like my list. It takes you less time to log a connect on Teamzy than it does to write their name down. And you usually lose that piece of paper anyway. So just take the time. All you have to do is whoever you're talking to, search their name and log the connect. You just log the connect with this little blue button here. All right. So you'll go through and those are your prospects. So I have to talk to 6 prospects a day. And prospects, it doesn't necessarily mean that I've already, it could be people I've already shared with, but some of those people are just going to be people that I haven't shared with, and I'm just connecting and I'm saying, hey, how's it going? And let me show you guys. So they have some incredible scripts to use here as well. I usually clear filters. Oh wait, no, I wanted to show you that one though. I usually clear the filters, but I have my favorite script that I always use to share right here. This is when I log a share. This is what I mean when we share. So when you ask someone, if I send you some info here, would you watch? Hey Shane, wanted to share a little bit more about what I do. I know you guys would love the info. We found an easy way to flood our bodies with 30 different fruits and veggies each day. That's backed by research. Kids eat free. And I try to share this information with people when I can to pay it forward so people know that it's out there. If I send you some info here, would you watch? Short and sweet. I usually send that. And that's when I log the share. That is a share. You send that message, even if they say no, you still shared, you still put it out there. So you log that as a share. Okay. And so, anyway, I wanted to show you some of these scripts though that Teamzy provides to you. They have so many, and you can add your own as well in here. So say I'm just connecting, like I was just, we're talking about prospects right now. Say I'm just connecting with someone that I haven't talked to in a while. Hey Jane, just stopping by to say hello. How are you? Hope your day is awesome. It has these amazing scripts, and I didn't use them at first, but I've been using them lately, and they work, you guys. They really do. They make people's day. And then the second connect, after 3 months or whatever's gone by, or if they're not responding, you check in every couple of months, hey Jane, it's been a while since I checked in with you. How are you? I hope everything's going great. Hey Jane, it's been oh, I just read that. Hey Jane, I saw you cross my Facebook feed and I thought I'd say hello. How are you? I hope your day is awesome. So these are really awesome tools. And then they also have, and I'll go over this too with the follow-up, but they have like 10 different follow-ups for like after you share, you want to make sure you follow up every 2 days. I always do the first share, especially if they say yes and they seem interested, every 2 days. If they're not as interested, you just kind of have to go off your gut on that. You can push it out to 4 days and what have you. But these are really awesome, great scripts. My dog's grunting in the background. To use when following up, and it's not even about, hey, did you get to watch the video? Sometimes it's just you sending them that message and checking in. It is a positive thing for them when they see your message come up. It really is. You don't even know, even if they're busy and they open it and they don't respond, I promise you, they mean to respond. They mean well. People are just busy, you guys. They're so busy. I've had people that I followed up with like 20 times, and they, that was Sammy, Sammy, my best friend from college, that you guys got to meet over conference. My team. I followed up with her so many times, but she kept telling me, please don't give up on me. Thank you so much for keeping the ball, staying on me and following up with me. Like, people need us right now, you guys. So anyway, these follow-ups are awesome. They have 10 different follow-ups, and I usually just go down the list, and I change them depending on, who I'm talking to, or, making it more personal, whatever. Obviously you change the name. But hey, just checking in like I promised I would, because usually when you share, you'll say, hey, let me know when you get a chance to watch and I'll follow up. Or say, I'll follow up, say today's Friday, I'm sharing today. I'll check back on Monday after the weekend and see if you had a chance to watch. I'm so excited to hear what you love. And then that gives you, permission to follow up. So, hey, Jane, just checking in like I promised I would. What questions do you have for me? And then, they don't respond to that. obviously you have to keep following up every 2 days, you guys. Hey Jane, just making sure you got my message. Just checking to see if you have any questions. Or hey Jane, I'm excited. The next one is I'm excited about the goals we discussed. Can't wait to help you get started. Hey Jane, just staying in touch so I can help you achieve your goals. And then, hey Jane, I hope you're doing well. I'm ready when you are, or I'm here when you're ready. Sorry. And then, hey Jane, I know, we're excited about getting started and I promised to be here to help you along the way. Do you have any questions for me? They go so in depth here. Morning, Jane, just stopping by to wish you a fantastic day. They're not even always about, the follow up. It's just checking in and being that positive beacon in their life. And then goes as far as, hey Jane, I know life can be really hectic. I hope I'm not turning into a pest. I'm trying to just stay, excuse me, I can't read. I'm just trying to follow up and be present when you are ready. Let me know if I can help. And sometimes I'll even say something along the lines, hey, I just want to make sure you don't think I forgot about you, and that really takes it away from yourself. You're being selfless. You're saying, I just didn't want you to think I forgot about you, just following up again. And then, just staying in touch like I promised I would. I'm committed to helping you. If helping you, if you'll commit to getting started. And then I think the 10 one is up here somewhere. Here it is. Oh, and I love this one. Just wanted you to know that I'm rooting for you. And just things like that. So the scripts are amazing. I use them. I definitely use them, and they work like gold because they really do. It shows that we do care about people. And we have a great training as well. If anybody's interested in that, I can tag you in it about falling in love with follow-up, because really, you guys, it is 98% of this business, you guys. Most people do not say yes right away. Most people you have to follow up with and give more exposures to. Okay, so we've gone through prospects. Let's say I've gone through 6 and I've completed this. Okay, so 6 left. So when I've gotten to my 6, and as I'm sharing, here I'll just do one really fast. Oh gosh. So let's see, Doc B, and let's just say I'm not following up. I'm just connecting. So so I always do it on Facebook too. I'm messaging people. You're welcome to log your conversations here. I don't do that because I know especially if I'm texting them, which most cases I am, unless it's a phone conversation. If it's a phone conversation, you obviously want to maybe jot down a little bit of what you guys talked about so you can remember next time. But usually I'm messaging people on Facebook or texting, and I know where I message these people. So I just hit that first one that's just easy to reach. So I don't have to go and search. Like if I'm texting them, I just do Facebook because it's easy. That's what I do. And then I know I can go back and look at that message feed and see what we talked about. So I don't have to log and say what we said here. It just takes one more step out of it. So, I just hit that and then log. That's it. That is it. And then look at that. So I have the round circle here starts to fill up. So as you get to the 6 that is required, it says I have 5 left here of prospects. So as that fills up, this circle turns the purple color it is here. So, and then you move on. So once you've gotten to your 6, you move on to customers. So, however many customers you're supposed to follow up with, if it's 1, 2, if you're new getting started, it's probably less than 4. But, and like I said, you can change these, as you guys do this and do this 30-day challenge, you're gonna get customers. So this is gonna grow, and you're gonna be able to just, really, have more customers to talk to. So anyway, so as you do that, then you would just come over here and move to customers here. Usually this is, I just emptied this out yesterday because I was doing a lot of follow-ups, but usually there's more here. But usually, Teamzy is great. It gives you, people that you haven't talked to in a while. So it reminds you, hey, you could check in with this person, or you can skip it if you don't want to. But then, you would fill that up and get that circle completed. So you would talk to however many it's telling you to talk to, right? And then you would move on to partners. There's Gigi. So I'm sure I'll talk to Gigi today. We talk almost every day. But yeah, as you're talking to your partners, you would just come here, and this is great too, because it reminds me of even partners that I haven't talked to in a while. I had this Laura B partner lead. I actually got a lead from the company, and gosh, she answered the phone right away. I haven't talked to her in a while because I guess things fell apart and she got busy. I need to reach out to her though. But this is a great reminder because I forget about her. You know, she's inactive. But just being able to check in with these people and show that we care about them goes a long way. So anyway, same as the last circles. You want to, talk to, however many it says for you to talk to here. Mine says 3, so it would fill up your circle here. And then you move on to, I actually usually try to do these first, the shares and ads, because just to get it out of the way. The rest is easy. If you find your ads, so wherever you're looking for people, I know we're doing an amazing training on Monday about sharing outside of your warm market. And I'm going to be sharing on that call and telling you guys where I find people to share with. And a lot of it is in Facebook groups, just meeting new people and just connecting with people in a real way, and just listening and just talking to people. And that's it. So like if I meet a new person out and about when I'm out running errands, which I do that all the time, or if I'm on Facebook and I see somebody post in a couple groups that I'm in, you want to listen for those things, and you want to connect with people. It's about being a professional friend maker, right? So whatever yours says here, mine says 3. I add 3 new people a day, or I try to. But that's going to be our 30-day challenge. I'm going to be adding 3 new connects a day. I'm meeting 3 new people, or even go through your Facebook list. Most of us have thousands of people on our Facebook list. I haven't gone through them all yet. I know some people have done that, go through your Facebook list, 3 at a time or 2 at a time, and say, oh, I haven't talked to them in a while. Let me add them to my Teamzy. And then it'll remind you to follow up with them, and you can connect and start those conversations. So there's really a ton of ways to just find people and add people. There's really no excuse. There's so many people in the world. So I usually do this one first to get it out of the way and just connect with people and start talking to people. And then the shares are, if you've already been talking to those people and you've connected and you've gone back and forth a couple times and caught up, then, sometimes they're like, well, what are you doing? That's another great way to start those conversation is, oh gosh, forget the acronym. It's occupation, recreation. I don't remember the acronym. I'm out of order, but just different. If I think of it, I'll comment in the comments. But there's different things that you can think of, like, oh, what do you do for a living? Like I saw you posted this in the group, and it looks like we have this in common. Oh my gosh, I would love to hear your thoughts on this. I'm trying to do this garden or do this too, or whatever it is about. Just connect with people. And then keep the conversation going, right? Like ditch the pitch, the series of yeses. Oh, what do you do for a living? What do you do for fun? What's your family look like? Whatever. And after you've done those after connecting and catching up, like I said, then they may even ask you, well, what do you do? What do you do lately? If it's a longtime friend and they're like, what are you doing these days? Or maybe you don't know them very well, but that is when it's time to share. You always have to, you have to get past that icebreaker, connect with them and catch up with them. But still, once that's done, not done, but you're having those conversations. Hey, I'd love to share more about what I'm doing. I think you would love the info. If I share some info here with you, watch the same script I showed you earlier, that counts as a share. Okay. So let's just go back here. Say I'm sharing with John, and I'm sharing the products with him. Okay. So I usually come here. I have my favorite script that I always use. I copy the script, and I would come in here and just toggle back to Facebook. Let's see if he'll come up for me. And say, I think I was planning to share here soon. He hasn't responded to me yet though. But I would change the name, make sure you change the name, and send that. So once I send that, which I will at some point, that counts as a share. Like I said before, once you send that and you have put that out there for the universe, even if they say no, it counts. It counts as a share. So then you would just log this connect. Oh, you got to make sure you hit the Facebook thing. Log the connect. And so that counts as a share. Okay. So I usually do these 2 first and get through the shares because the rest is really just easy. And then it's just your follow-ups, checking in with the people that you shared with already. And that's it, you guys. So that you can see your percentage right here, today completed. It says good start. As you get through these circles and you do all of your dailies, you can see it's not that much. It really doesn't, it takes little time. And I toggle back and forth. I'll search the person here and I'll just message them real fast and make sure I log the connect, because it takes less time to log a connect than write them down on a piece of paper and figure out when to go back to them and how to follow up and everything. Like, this is game changer, you guys. Make sure you're doing this. As soon as you talk to somebody, or you're like, you see a post on Facebook, you're like, oh, I want to reach out to them, put them in your Teamzy and mark yourself, remind yourself to follow up with them. If you're, out and about, and you're like, oh, I saw something that I want to reach out to this person about, log it. So anyway, as you're doing these, this will as you fill up these circles and you do what's asked of you, it'll get closer and closer to 100%. And that's what we want every day for 30 days. And you guys, I know we're not working on the weekends. I don't expect you to send anything on like Saturday or Sunday. So we're just counting, Monday through Friday. And some people do it on Saturday. I know I do sometimes, depending on the week. But we want 100% every day for 30 days. And for you new people, it is a free trial. So you can do it for 30 days for free. And I recommend, so everybody should download Teamzy. If you're new, if you don't have Teamzy and you're setting up your 30-day free trial, I would get it on Sunday evening or Sunday, at any point Sunday before we start on Monday. You can Voxer me if you have questions, if you need help. But I would do that Sunday. That way you have that full 30 days to do it with us. And, tell it what you want to make, tell it your why, get all of that ready to go for Monday morning or Monday, whenever you plan to do your power hour. It is on your time and it's really awesome. So as soon as you get to your 100% every day throughout the week, we have a Voxer chat going and we keep it fun. We send a little fun, GIF in there, just letting everybody know that we completed it for the day. So it's a lot of fun. So I hope this was helpful, and I'm really excited about the Teamzy Challenge and to do this with all of you. Reach out to me if you have any questions whatsoever. I am here for you, and I just want to see everybody succeed. So, all right, have a great Friday and have a great weekend. Can't wait for Monday.